Traditionally, sports sedans have been the vehicles that showed off the spirit of BMW. Not so much anymore. The 2024 BMW X3 moves into the 3 Series territory with a satisfying blend of refinement and driver engagement. As its name implies, the X3 is the crossover equivalent to the renowned 3 Series sedan. On the other hand, Genesis' unique take on luxury is evident in each of its offerings, particularly so in the 2024 GV70, creating a compact luxury SUV that's in many ways nicer and posher than similarly priced rivals. So even if people can't name it, can the GV70 beat the long-standing champ in BMW? Well, in this video, we will compare both cars' design inside and out, pricing and how they drive. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The previous X3 was hardly an aging veteran, showing up on the scene in 2018. So BMW has gently massaged the package. The exterior design improves substantially. Let's address the front grille first. The X3's double kidney grille is big, yes, but its squared-off shape is considerably more palatable than the prominent, oversized nostrils on other models. And the chunky nose has a nice slant to it, with the sleek headlights tucked under the hood line at the top. The X3's muscular and athletic side profile is sleek and dynamic, with a prominent character line that connects the door handles, enhancing its muscular proportions. Around back, new taillights provide a unique nighttime light signature with a wonderful 3-dimensional look up close. M-badged models benefit from their own distinct styling cues, like larger air intakes up front and tweaked bumper designs. The Genesis design team churns out one stunning product after another, and the GV70 is no exception. The compact crossover expertly implements the brand's split headlights and shield-shaped grille. The signature quad-line headlights use slightly softer shapes, making it stand in contrast to the X3's sharp ones. The side profile features a shoulder line that extends from the hood cut to the taillights, making it seem much larger than the X3. The smooth tailgate is clean and uses a gentler angle for the rear glass, splitting the difference between the traditional upright stance of the X3 and almost coupe-like appearance of something like a Lexus RX. 2 large exhaust tips poke out of the bumper, rounds out what is a handsome, distinctive design. Overall, both SUVs feature an incredibly good-looking exterior that exudes luxury and rivals, if not beats that of their other counterparts. But the X3, with its aggressive and futuristic look, wins this one for me. Jumping inside, the dashboard is where the bulk of the design changes happen for the 2024 X3. BMW has slimmed down the central vents, enough so that the climate controls now live between them. Below that are the audio controls. Above, the optional 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's a clean layout, if slightly basic in the face of the latest high-tech looks from Mercedes, or classy in the Genesis GV70. BMW gets points for maintaining physical buttons for the most used controls, however. The X3's interior boasts a decent-looking clean design and is assembled with premium materials, and the rest of the interior sticks to what made the X3 stay at the top of the game. iDrive remains central to the X3 tech experience. Standard is a 10.25-inch display. The larger 12.3-inch touchscreen provides clearer menus that are easy to navigate, but the dial on the center console is intuitive and skips the inevitable fingerprints. As for Genesis, the GV70 interior is a classy joint, all soft-touch materials and clean flowing lines. Just like in the X3, it features the same 2-tier design that wraps around and connects with the doors. But unlike the X3, there are fewer sharp lines and more circles. The largest of the ovals stretches across the dashboard from the driver's door to the glove box. It houses the climate controls, which use a combination of physical dials and a capacitive touchscreen. A handful of redundant infotainment menu buttons sit directly below. As for infotainment, you will be happy to know that the huge landscape-style 14.5-inch infotainment screen is standard on all trims. Genesis' latest user interface is easy to understand, though the touchscreen might be hard to reach for some. Thankfully, there is a rotary dial in the center console to easily access the menus. It's now a short, raised cylinder of a dial to make using it easier on the move. As for passenger and cargo space, the driver can enjoy a comfortable, multi-adjustable seat in BMW's artificial leather. The interior dimensions remain unchanged, so the X3 still stretches the definition of compact with its spaciousness. There's plenty of headroom both front and back, and people at the back will enjoy a comfortable ride with 36.4 inches of rear legroom. The X3 is one of the most spacious compacts out there, providing 28.7 cubic feet with all the seats up. Fold the second row down and that number more than doubles to 62.7 cubes. Genesis seats, on the other hand, which are specific to the Sport Prestige, are overly firm, while the chairs in lesser trims are softer. Rear comfort is good with an extra inch of legroom compared to the X3, while headroom is slightly compromised due to the sloping roofline at 40 inches. As for cargo space, the GV70 is on par with the X3 at 29 cubic feet with all seats up. Fold the second row down and you get a smaller 57 cubic feet of space. When it comes to pricing, the 2024 X3 lands right in the middle of the segment, but increased by kicking off at $47,200 in rear-wheel drive form, including destination. The X3 M40 is $62,000, while the full-performance X3M will go for $75,400. As for Genesis, the base 2.5T all-wheel drive starts at a reasonable $46,100, including destination. But we think upgrading to the advanced trim at $52,095 is well worth the money. Doing so adds leather upholstery, interior ambient lighting, a heated steering wheel, and a host of driver assistance features, including a remote self-parking feature. The more powerful 3.5T model starts at $58,695 and can reach $68,295 with the Sport Prestige trim. When it comes to driving and handling, the engine lineup in the X3 continues to feature a brace of 4- and 6-cylinder options. The base engine is a 2-liter turbocharged 4, producing 248 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. Every model uses a variation of a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. While the numbers may not match some of the more powerful 4-cylinder competition, the xDrive 30 never feels out of its depth as it winds through the mountains. The transmission does the typical luxury smoothness in normal use, but will happily adopt a more aggressive approach when you put your foot in, dropping down the ratios and holding gears through the rev range. There's still some 4-cylinder gruffness, but that's par for the course in the class these days. The X3 rides with a softness not present elsewhere in the lineup. It's secure on the road, but not particularly loose. The steering is light on feel, but the consistency makes it easy to place on the winding roads. As for Genesis, the GV70 employs a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4 that also serves in other Genesis models. In this case, it generates 300 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, the latter spread across a wide rev range of 1650 to 4000 revolutions per minute. While this output falls short of the 3.5 T-twin turbo V6, which boasts 375 horsepower and 391 pound-feet, it still represents a robust performance for a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Similar to the 3.5T, an 8-speed automatic transmission manages the shifting tasks, and all-wheel drive comes as a standard feature. However, the available limited-slip rear differential found in the 6-cylinder variant is not an option here. Beyond the confines of the test track, the base powertrain exhibits ample power. Its responsiveness is largely refined, showing only minimal surging during light throttle applications on uneven terrain. The GV70 artfully combines its coddling softer side with a satisfying serving of the joyful sportiness and driving dynamics found in the X3. So which one should you get? Well, this is an easy one. With the GV70, Genesis essentially combines the poshness and clean design of the larger GV80 SUV with the behind-the-wheel verve of the BMW X3. The result is a compact SUV that blends style, comfort, and driving excitement at a price that won't break the bank.